Hello, hello, kings and queens and everybody in between. I'm Ashley Michelle, your resident witch and host of the Goddess Complex podcast. If you've been here, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome home. And we are picking up right where we left off, guns ablazing. If you missed last week's episode, I urge you to go back and listen to it. We are talking about my top 10 witchy weight loss tips. And alas, darling, I come to you with another episode from my bed. Call me a Cancer rising without calling me a Cancer rising. This is the most Cancer rising thing I think anybody could do is podcast from their bed. I actually really enjoy it, and I might make it an even more elaborate thing. Like, what else can we do from my bed? What other things can we do? What other forms of content can I create from my bed for you? Why not, right? Um, but yeah, so it's been a good week. I hope it's been a good week for you. We're in May. We're itching our way into Gemini season. Taurus season has been quite steadfast and really into the grind. My team and I have been doing a lot of back end foundational inner workings for Starseed Shadows. And it's right on time because it's Taurus season. So there's been a lot of how can we be of better service to you? What can we do better to make your experience inside of the Starseed Shadows universe more efficient and effective? And I am just loving what we're doing, honey. I'm loving it. Speaking of Taurus season and stability and sticking to the grind, I am, neck deep in prep. If you missed it, I'm prepping for a bodybuilding show. I'm not gonna get into details about when and where and how many weeks out because, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. And and so when it comes to this experience, the only person or people's opinions that I value deeply are that of my bodybuilding coaches. Not to say I don't value your opinion, boo. I totally do, but I'm just saying bodybuilding is a whole different ball game, like in general. In general, it's very, very different. I'm really enjoying it. I'm seeing my body change rather quickly. My body's taken to it rather quickly. I'm not surprised. I've always had more of a muscular body type. So now that we're doing a lot more lifting, and quite intense lifts, I'm not surprised that my body's just like slurping that shit up. But it is different though, that's for sure. My calories are still decent in my personal opinion. I don't think they're crazy low. My coach is it's a couple that I work with. They have upped my cardio. So I'm doing 45 minutes on the stair stepper at level 8, 3 times a week, and spin twice a week. And then 5 lifts a week, 3 leg days, 2 upper body days, and my leg days have heavy focus on developing my hamstrings. And that's what we're doing. 2 off days. I think the there's been a few hard pieces on prep so far. I will tell you how far I'm in. I'm somewhere around 6 weeks into prep at this point. Um, I think the macros, figuring out what fits into my macros, because I mentioned this in the last episode. When you're hungry, you're hungry. And so the biggest thing when it comes to being on a weight loss journey and really sticking to it in a way that allows you to see results, I think one of the biggest things that helped me, especially in the beginning, was subbing out the foods that I loved. Like not just saying, oh, you can't have them. For example, the Ninja Creamies, right? I don't have one. I'm nothing against them, but it's just a really easy example that we all know. Let's say you're an ice cream lover. Why don't you try making, the protein ice cream? You know what I mean? With prep, we have a specific amount of fats, carbs, and proteins that we must hit daily. And so it takes a bit more finagling than just a simple subbing out of something. And so that has truly been a learning curve, especially because I've never been the person that can eat the same thing every day. Like we see so many bodybuilders do, right? Eating the same goddamn thing daily. Like I have to have at least three different dinners throughout the week. Something. Um, so that's been different. And I think a big thing too is my partner adjusting because I have to eat differently than him. And I still don't think he's really figured that out yet. Because he will still like make me things and save things. The other day he made those dones and fried plantains. Can't eat those right now. Like, can't eat them. You know what I mean? I mean, I could if I wanted to fit them into my macros, but when you're only working with a certain amount of carbs, sometimes you want to save those carbs for something real good. You know what I mean? So that has been tough. And the Sagittarius in me loves to learn. So, of course, I've been learning a lot about this world. It's like when people come into my world for the first time, right? When they come into the world of astrology or tarot or magic, brujeria, witchcraft, when they come into my world for the first time, they just want to learn everything, and everything is so new. And so that's what I've been doing on this bodybuilding experience is learning from bodybuilders, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm going to tell you something right now. You'll never catch me ever, ever, ever taking any sort of PEDs. No shade to anybody who does that life. That's just not somewhere where I want to go. Um, I'm just doing this, and PEDs aren't really my thing. Anyways, my point being, I've learned so much about bodybuilding so far, and there's still so much to learn. But one thing that has been very consistent among all types of bodybuilders, the bodybuilders who were heavy set and lost a bunch of weight, the bodybuilders who, are in bikini, so they're stick thin, the male bodybuilders, all of them. Food is fuel. Food is fuel. And I'm still not sure if I agree with that. Because I understand when you're a bodybuilder, it has to be fuel. Like, okay, I get that. You have to change the way that you look at food. But what's the point in giving us taste buds if it's just fuel? Like, why would we develop taste buds? What is the evolutionary function? Obviously, there's got to be some sort of joy around food. But that's neither here nor there. I'm getting all philosophical and tangenty with you. Here's what we're here to talk about today from. And I would love your opinions, by the way, if you're curious. If you have something to say, or if you want me to open up this conversation a little more, um, I'm totally down to do it. You all are going to get all the updates. Um, at this point, I'm just trying to figure out a system. I know a lot of you have asked for what I eat in a days. A lot of you have asked for workout routines. Just trying to develop a system that works. And we're getting there slowly but surely. Like I said, Taurus season, foundations, we're getting there. We're getting there. So last episode, we got through the first five. And if you don't remember, my top five witchy tips were staying consistent, subbing out the things that you loved for something like a healthier version, moving your body somehow. Um, don't be hard on yourself and be patient. And of course, some of you are probably like, well, duh, bitch. Go listen to the episode. Okay. Go listen to the episode because we talked very heavily and very deeply on those topics, much more than just these few words that I just said. So let's get this party going because the Vanderpump Part 1 reunion comes on in like 40 minutes. And your girl's got to watch it, honey. She's got to watch it. Do y'all watch Vanderpump? You got to let me know. Okay, number six. This is why I wanted to do a hard stop when I hit my 45, because number six is a huge one. Have a spiritual practice. This is why I offer witchy weight loss. This is literally why. I feel like spiritual folks, people that are attracted to the spiritual world, whether you work in the spiritual community, whether you dabble in it, whether you've got family that's, psychic or clairvoyant, anything like that, if you have any sort of interest in this world, we automatically look at our outer world, our outer experiences through a spiritual lens. And the same goes for our physical health and well-being. Have you ever thought that maybe why you haven't been successful on your weight loss journey is because you're looking at it from this diet culture sort of 3D mentality, instead of looking at it from a oversoul spiritual perspective of you getting deeply intimate and deeply in touch with your body, is you getting deeply intimate and deeply in touch with source God universe. What if they are indeed one in the same? And so, what if you really focused a lot of your energy on creating a spiritual practice that was routine? Whether it was 5 minutes of meditation a day, whether it's pulling one tarot card a day, whether it's taking a spiritual bath every single night, whatever it is for you, right? We don't have to have these long, drawn out spiritual practices. They can be small or they can be long. Maybe it's you working with the moon every new or full moon phase. But what if you really dug into that spiritual connection, and by you doing so helped you create an even deeper connection with your body? Because there truly is a mind, body, soul connection. It all works together. And so my number 6 witchy weight loss tip is to get really in sync with spirit, God, source, universe, and to get really in sync with what or who that is for you and to you, and to get really in sync with your oversoul, your higher self. Now, don't get me wrong. It is okay if you got to get ratchet every now and then, boo. It's okay if you got to curse the bitch out. It's okay if you got to snatch a wig. No, I'm just kidding. Don't snatch no wigs. I'm just kidding. But what I'm getting at, we are also living a very human existence. And so, with the human existence, we're going to have human emotions. Don't fault yourself for those. Just because I'm telling you to get in touch with the highest version of self that you can right now attain does not mean that you will not be subject to anger, to frustration, to jealousy, to greed. It's not, it doesn't mean you're not going to fuck up. But when it comes to being successful on a weight loss journey, what ingredients do you need? This is essentially what I'm talking about. Think about your cauldron and you putting the different ingredients in. And the outcome of the cauldron of the spell that you're creating is what? Physical health, right? Being in love with your body. Is that it? Is it a certain amount of weight down? Is it a certain amount of muscle gained? What is it for you? When it comes to your physical health and what you're doing for your body. Um, so with that being said, developing some sort of spiritual practice in connection with certain deities, right? I worked with Lilith directly with my weight loss journey. I didn't realize that Lilith was here to help me on my weight loss journey until I was deep in it. But those of you that have been with me for a long time know that I'm a Lilith worker and know that I work closely with Lilith and know that I study Lilith all the time. And I started working with Lilith at my heaviest. We're talking 320 pounds heavy before the weight loss was even a thing. And Lilith, being the shadow worker that she is, guided me through my whole journey, right? And I'm sitting somewhere around 214, 215 right now. Still going? Take the quiz. The quiz will be down in the show notes. What deity should you work with on your weight loss journey? It's a very good quiz that I just finished for you. Take it. Deity work can be really profound when you're working with yourself and your body. And it could be a great place to start if you don't know where to start on your fitness journey and your spiritual journey. Working with a deity can be a great place to start. So I urge you to take the quiz. It's in the show notes. Okay. Number 7, get cute. Oh my God, get cute, honey. Okay, so I'm gonna rattle off some of my favorite activewear brands. Buff Bunny. I am a Buff Bunny stand. And mind you, I don't have any support codes. I don't have any discount codes. These are like for real. These are my favorite brands. Honor Active. That's Oner Active. Oh my God, their leggings fucking hit. Of course, Alpha Elite. Love me some Alpha Elite. They make the glutes go crazy. All right. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Gymshark is good. Gymshark's not bad. I have a few Gymshark. Um, um, oh God, what's the one brand? Dark Sport. DARCSPORT. Their tees, dude, never see like the quality. Their stuff is really hard to get. You got to be there on launch day. But they top tier, Dark Sport, pleasant surprise, top tier. And then the one brand with Teddy. Oh my God, I gotta find him. They have Inaka, that's Inaka. So that's Buff Bunny, Dark Sport, Inaka, Alpha Elite, Honor Active, Gymshark. It would be the last one. I'm literally like looking at my gym apparel. Bombshell's good too. They're a little pricey, but they're good. They're good. So my point in saying this is, the saying, when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good. You know what I mean? Like attracts like. And so I don't care how much you weigh. You deserve to look good in the gym too. Whether you're even going on a hot girl walk. I'm not one of those girls that puts on a full face of makeup at the gym. If you are, God bless you. I just can't. I sweat, just bleh. And then my makeup, you know what I mean? Like I'm chocolate, honey. My chocolate makeup's all over the white towels. Like I'm good. I don't want to waste it. I'd rather not. I've got expensive makeup. But if that's something that makes you feel good and is going to get you to the gym, then you do that, boo. You do that. One thing that really, really helped me was picking up some new gym fits and like putting out my gym clothes. I still do this. Now I more so do it out of convenience because it's just easier for my mental. If I'm like, I'm wearing this, put it on my body, let's go. Right. But in the beginning and even towards the middle of my gym fitness weight loss journey, picking up some new gym fits and like laying them out. Like, I'm going to wear this on Monday. I'm going to wear this on Tuesday. Cause I would just get so excited to wear that outfit. And so, and I know we're all working with different budgets, but like you could find dupes out of everything I said. And you guys notice I did not say Lululemon. I have some Lululemon. I was underwhelmed. Everybody's a Lululemon girl. Like for the price point, I'm like, okay, I don't know. And I've got some great Amazon dupes too. I'll check out my Amazon storefront. Okay. My Amazon storefront, we'll make sure it's linked in the show notes. But my gym dupes are in there too, like leggings and stuff. You can always find cute stuff. Like, babe, if you gotta go to Walmart, go to fucking Walmart. What I'm saying is like, if you're running around the gym with like holes in your shirt and like the oldest sweatpants imaginable, how are you going to feel? And the point is to create consistency. You notice how these tips flow into one another, right? I hope you're noticing that. They're all flowing into one another, and that's by design. So the point is to create consistency around these habits because the only way you're going to lose the weight is through consistency. Sorry, not sorry. I don't care what weight loss surgery you have. I don't care what magic pill is out there. I don't care what magic shot is fucking out there. I don't care what how little you eat. The only way you're going to lose the weight is through consistency and keep it off. So it's on you, boo, to create consistency. How? I'm telling you how. Get cute. Whatever cute means for you. It does not mean you have to be in all bright colors and all pink. I have been that girl, even when I was 320 pounds, that still loved a bright. I still loved a bright color, honey. I still do. I love bright colors, but that's not everybody's cup of tea. You can still get cute in all black. It's all about boosting your confidence, and it's about you knowing that you deserve to take up space, not you telling yourself you deserve to take up space until you eventually believe it, and that time may never come. Do you know what I mean? And so we do whatever we need to do to feel like we are okay to take up space. And that is just not with your witchy weight loss. That is with your witchy business. That is with you trying to hit a goal. That's whether you're black, white, yellow. That's whether you fucking are gay, straight, bi, trans. That's whether you're polyamorous or in a monogamous relationship. I'm talking to everybody who's not a cis white male. And honestly, sometimes even the cis white men, depending on the situation, you could take up space too, boo. You could come too. But, anyways, that is what I mean when I say get cute. You would think it's something small and minute because I know the trick. A lot of us say, like, I'm not going to buy new gym clothes until I hit X or until I lose 10 pounds or until I'm at the gym consecutively for 2 weeks straight. I know all those mind tricks. They don't work. They don't work. So just do yourself a solid and get the cute shit now. And then when the cute shit's too big, you can sell it on Poshmark. Simple. Simple. Okay. Document. Oh my God. Document. Document everything. Document everything because you are living in your body. You don't see what other people see. You don't realize like your gains. Like sometimes you don't see your gains. Sometimes you don't see that your muscles coming in. Sometimes you don't see that you lost the weight. I have, oh my God, if somebody DMs me, I will share my initial inches with you guys. You're gonna be gooped. I'm talking my initial inches, like September 2021 inches. I remember pulling out the whiteboard just maybe like a month ago and was like, I lost like 20 inches around my midsection. Like what? I could be totally exaggerating, but I remember it was a really huge number. I remember that because I haven't done my inches in a while, as I tell you to document. I haven't done them in a while, but I did do them for a very long time. And I do my weight once a week. So as far as the weight goes, okay, here's the best thing that you can do when it comes to documenting your weight. You weigh yourself daily, first thing in the morning before you've had anything to drink. Yes, I said daily. Stay with me here. You take the 7-day average of that weight and you compare that to the next 7-day average. Over the course of 4 to 6 weeks, you should be seeing a consecutive decrease, whether it is a quarter of a pound to a 3-pound decrease, honey. But the thing about it is our weight fluctuates so much. Are we on our period? Are we bloated? Are we inflamed? Did you drink alcohol? You guys have noticed I've mentioned alcohol a lot lately in these last few podcast episodes because, like, I'm in prep. I can't even drink leisurely. Like, I can't go out with my partner and have a cocktail. it's just not a part of the assignment now. And so that has been something I've had to navigate. But also, even if you're not in prep, if you're on a serious weight loss journey, like, and you've got some weight to lose, alcohol really isn't helping you. It's not. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, especially as we come into summertime and everybody, one margarita, that song, two margaritas, three margaritas. Like everybody wants a fucking margarita. They want alcoholic freezy pop. Like that we're in the season. Um, to each his own. I'm not going to be the one to tell you that you can't drink. I'm just going to tell you the facts. If you're on a weight loss journey, alcohol is not helping you. You retain water. The first thing that your body does when you drink alcohol is go to fight that alcohol. So the body like can't even work at using stored fat as energy or repairing muscle or anything like that because it's too busy trying to rid your body of alcohol. Alcohol is a toxin. Whether or not we want to own it, it is. And I'm not saying that you can't enjoy alcohol or that you're a bad person if you enjoy alcohol. That's not what I'm saying at all, because I've mentioned before, I love a good vodka soda with some cucumber. Fuck me up. Love it. But depending on your goals, you might have to figure that one out. Okay. So going back to what I was saying, document. Document everything. Document yourself in, the jeans that are fitting now. Document yourself in jeans that weren't fitting. I am so effing happy I documented so much of my weight loss journey. You guys haven't even seen. You think I've shown you a lot on my socials? You haven't even seen everything. Like, I've got some wild ass pictures from my heaviest and from my saddest and from my most frustrated and from when I was stalling out. It's absolutely insane. And so I highly, highly, highly urge you to document this journey as much as you can. And I'll tell you guys something. One of the things that helped me notice that my weight was like an issue for me specifically was I didn't want to be in pictures. I didn't want any pictures from like the neck down. And it started becoming a reoccurring thing. It was one thing that I really was like, oh, I used to love my picture taken. Used to love it. So document everything and have fun with it. When I did my measurements, I got like whiteboards and different colored markers and stickers. Like, have fun with it, you know? And I think inches are incredibly important because sometimes the scale won't change, but you lose like a shit ton in inches. So like inches are so important. I know you've heard that before because it's true. So if you don't document anything, babe, like if you have problems with the scale or if you're triggered by the scale, then don't use the scale, right? Everybody is differently. This is why I created Witchy Weight Loss. This is private mentorship with me because everybody's body is different. Everybody's body needs something different, and everybody's past with food is different, and everybody's goals are different. That's why I won't be sharing my macros with you guys. Because I don't want you to get on my macros because you're like, oh, we have about the same body type. Let me get on her macros. I know all of the tricks of the trade. I've been doing this for so long. You know, just because we might weigh around the same amount, 215-ish, and I'm 5'7", doesn't mean that like we have technically the same body type, right? Like so many things could be different. So I won't be sharing macros with you, but I will share as much as I can. I promise you that, as much as I can. And in Witchy Weight Loss, we'll do macros together. Know that. Number 9. Yes, ingest content that motivates you. Very important. This is how I even got on this whole bodybuilding thing. So I found my bodybuilding coach while I was ingesting content that motivated me. And then I was like, oh, That's a big old bodybuilder. She got some thick old thighs. But I liked her content. She was cool and she was motivating. And I kept, hanging out with her in her world. And she came on the podcast and now her and her partner coach me. But my point being is what content are you ingesting, Um, and I have a whole separate TikTok. I can't believe I'm telling you guys about my super secret TikTok, but whatever. I'm just going to tell you. I have a whole super secret TikTok that I use for like to wind down, and it's pretty much just gym talk on steroids. Like it's just gym talk. And, obviously, friends, take everything with a grain of salt. Find the creators that you fuck with hard, right? I found Black women in the bodybuilding industry. I love looking at women in general who've lost a shit ton of weight. I love looking at stories of people that had VSG surgery, people that have been on Ozempic or Mounjaro and their experiences, right? People in the bodybuilding community, people around my age group. If you have kids, maybe you might want to look at people who have lost a significant amount of weight and also were a mother or a father or a parent. I don't have children, so that's not really content I gravitate towards. But it's really important to understand, again, I feel like a broken record, but it's worth repeating, like attracts like. So if you are on this weight loss journey and you're taking it hella seriously and you're ready to lose the weight and all of that jazz, but you're over here listening to Eminem's Kim throwback. I love Eminem. That was a great track. Hella dark though. But how is that helping you? Do you know what I mean? There's a time and a place for everything. So I mentioned earlier Vanderpump Rules reunion comes on. Cool, bet. Gonna watch that, gonna wind down from a long work day. But at the end of the day, like, am I watching a YouTube video and learning something new about this world that I'm in? It's very, very, very important to make sure that you are surrounding yourself with energies of where you want to go. Same thing with spiritual business stuff. I hope you all are seeing why I'm combining all of this because the same lessons are interwoven in all of it. If you are looking to hit $1 million in your business, why are you hanging out with people that are working as cashiers? No shade if you work as a cashier, no shade. But what I'm trying to say is if you were trying to hit $1 million revenue in your business as a CEO, shouldn't you be hanging out with CEOs? Shouldn't you be listening to podcasts of people who've done it? Shouldn't you be reading books of people who've done it and succeeded in doing it? Or even those who did it and then failed somehow so that you know what they did and you don't repeat it. It's the same thing with your weight loss journey. It is the same thing, babe. And so I urge you to look at your algorithms, right? What's happening in your algorithm? Maybe you need to make a super secret TikTok or a super secret Instagram. Maybe your Instagram is flooded with like dumb shit that doesn't mean anything, toxic shit, right? Maybe you need to make another one and start following accounts that, excuse me, that are really into the gym and that are really into health and fitness and that are really in a health conscious and that are really into the mind body soul connection and start flooding that account with those sorts of accounts so your for you page starts looking like something that is for you. You know what I mean? Just something I want you to consider. Something I want you to consider. What we ingest is so important because needing to we often end up ingesting certain things at a subconscious level. It's like the music that's on in the background while you're at the gym, right? Or while you're on the treadmill, or while you're on your hot girl walk, or the podcast you listen to while you're cooking. It's often in the background as background noise. It's being ingested at a subconscious level. So if it's toxic, negative shit, how is that going to help you do something really damn hard, like lose weight? I don't care what anybody says. Whether you go and get 80% of your stomach taken out, whether you shoot yourself up filled with all the goddamn Ozempic, whether you go naturally, the shit's still fucking hard, bro. The shit is still hard. All of you who have done it deserve your flowers, myself included. It is still hard. There is no magic pill to this. There are certain things that can aid and that can help, but there is no magic pill. You got to really want it, especially if you're talking extreme weight loss, which I would consider 50 pounds plus. It's hard. And to make sure that that weight that's coming off is not muscle, but fat on top of all of that, I don't do it alone. That's what I say. It's harder to do it alone. Speaking of which, my last one, make a plan. Make a plan, baby, make a plan, baby, make a plan, baby, make a plan, 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 darling. We can't go in blind. I have tried it 1,000 times. I am the queen of spontaneous energy. I'm the queen of figure it out as we go. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Let's just go balls to the wall. It does not work. Okay. And when I say make a plan for your workouts, make a plan for your water intake, make a plan for your food, make a plan. If you're somebody that really enjoys going out to eat and you know that's not going to be something that you are going to give up, make a plan. What places can you go to that can accommodate the foods that you need to be eating for your weight loss journey? Make a plan. If you know that you're trying to hit a gallon of water a day, do you have something? This is 40 ounces. 3 times a day I drink this and I'm damn near to my gallon. I'm 8 ounces away. And then I drink my little nighttime cocktail that has 8 ounces of water in it and the bitch is good. Versus like, I'm just going to grab a cup from the cupboard. That might be 8 ounces, might be 16 ounces, might be 12 ounces, might be 24 ounces. Does that include the ice? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Think about what you want to put into your body for the week. One thing that I do that has been really helping is at the end of the week, like my weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, I start thinking about next week. What do I want for my dinners? What I want for my breakfasts? What's already in my fridge and my freezer that needs to get eaten versus what do we need to buy? So like we got fish for this week coming up because I haven't had flounder in forever and that your girl loves flounder. Little bit of that Kinders or Kinder's lemon butter seasoning. Ooh, honey. Gonna have that with some frozen veggies. Shit's gonna be amazing. You know, and if you're like, that sounds gross, I'm telling you, your taste buds will change. They will change. But like even making parfaits or like smoothie bowls. I've mentioned before, one of my favorite dip meals is cottage cheese, pineapple, chocolate chips, and a little bit of honey. Thinking about that, if you know you have a sweet tooth, what sort of things can you implement in your plan so that you are setting yourself up for success? I think the reason why we're so bad at making plans is because we are such an instant gratification culture. We want it and we want it now. And we're always on the go, 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 go. But when it comes to your weight loss journey and when it comes to your physical health, there needs to be a plan, same as your spiritual business. Do you think you can scale to 10K a month with no plan and hold that with no plan? No, you cannot scale to 10K a month and hold that frequency with no plan. Same for your weight loss journey. I hope you're seeing quite clearly that mind, body, soul connection, how it all truly is connected. One will beget the other. You see improvements in your body, you'll see improvements in the money that you make. You'll see improvements in your relationships. You'll see improvements in the quality of life that you're leading. Same, but like vice versa. You start working a job or career that you love to do, you'll start wanting to do other things in other spots. It all works within itself. You know what I mean? And so I urge you to figure out what plan works for you. I know when I was very avid in the gym before I even started the bodybuilding stuff, prep. When prep hit, I had to put my workouts in my calendar because it wasn't working. Between being a CEO of an online business, Starseed Shadows, and tending to my clients and creating offers for you all, making sure my team had what they needed to be successful in getting in these very new and very strenuous workouts. It was not working. It wasn't working. And so I put those in the calendar. I made a plan. This is the time that I'm going to go to the gym. This is what I'm going to be working on. And to some of you, you might be like, this sounds tedious as hell, girl. Well, then you don't want it bad enough. You know, I'm gonna give it to you straight, baby. I love you. I love you. And I'm so goddamn happy you're in my universe. But I love you. And that's why I'm gonna be honest with you. Then you don't want it bad enough. Whether it's scaling to 10K a month in your business, whether it's finally losing that last 50 pounds, whether it's finding the relationship of your dreams, we make time for that which we deem important, point blank, period. So when it comes to weight loss and when it comes to really sticking to something, we invest in what we deem important, which should be very telling, you know. You want to invest in coaching, but you're like, oh, that's too expensive. That's too expensive. You mean it's too expensive for you? Do you know what I mean? We find the money for the things that we find valuable. We find the time for that which we find valuable, for those things that we find valuable, we find the time. We find the space for what we choose to find the space for. So if it's over here watching the new Ghostbusters that just came out, or if it's taking a quick hot girl walk around the block, you are signing a petition to universe, letting universe know what you find to be important, whether or not you want to own that. That is what we do every single day. That feels like a really good place to end. I'm going to end it there. I love you so much. Don't you forget, take the quiz down below. If you know that you want to come into the Witchy weight loss coaching, sign up for a complimentary clarity call. You and I can sit down. We can talk about your goals. We can figure out a plan. We can get you fucking going. And yeah, share the episode. Leave me a 5-star review. And please remember, what you deserve and desire has always been right within your reach. Ciao, ciao for now. Hello, friends. I hope you loved today's episode. Make sure you share it with a friend, share it with somebody that you love, and tag me on the gram at AshleyMichelle90day and let me know your thoughts. Leaving that 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify is literally what helps this work get to the right people. As you may or may not know, we are in the middle of a spiritual revolution, and us being able to get our hands on resources like this podcast and others is what is literally going to make the world go round. So do me this favor and please leave me a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify and share the episode with somebody you love. It really, truly does mean the world to me. I love you so very much, and I will see you in the next one.